On our run-up to Matt Reeves' The Batman, I am reviewing every live-action solo Batman film. And today, we take a look at Batman and Robin. If that sounds good to you, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel so you know when I post the rest of my reviews. With that said, let's jump right in. All right, Batman and Robin came out in 1997 and is the second and last Batman movie to be directed by Joel Schumacher. Due to the financial success of Batman Forever, not only at the box office but in toys, games, etc., WB decided to double down on the campiness of the sequel, Batman and Robin. And that's where it all went wrong. Oh man, this review is gonna be rough. Okay, so first things first, despite the success of the prior film, Val Kilmer did not return for this one. There's some talk about him not getting along with Joel Schumacher, the director, and also not really digging the direction of the movie, but either way, he was out. And that's where George Clooney comes in, taking over as Batman/Bruce Wayne. Despite the change in the lead, Chris O'Donnell returns as Robin, Michael Goff and Pat Hingle as Commissioner Gordon and Alfred. Joining the squad, though, is Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl, aka Barbara Wilson. Not Barbara Gordon. She is Alfred's niece in this movie instead of Commissioner Gordon's daughter. You also have a couple new villains. There's Uma Thurman playing Poison Ivy and Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. Now, with most of my Blu-ray reviews, I like to go over the positives followed by the negatives. So, good news. This first part is going to be quick. The positives. Okay. It's colorful. The actors and actresses are good at their jobs, except for in this movie because of the writing and the directing. Also, the movie teaches us a valuable lesson that writing and directing will make or break a movie. You can have nothing but A-list actors on screen, but if the script is crap, well, you're gonna end up with good-looking crap. And yeah, that's it. Everything else sucks. So let's start with the negatives. First up, why is this one not called Batman Forever? Think about it. The last movie, Batman Forever, introduces Robin. So let's call that one Batman and Robin. And this one is the fourth movie in the franchise. So if we're going cheesy, just call it Batman Forever. And yes, this movie is going cheesy. Full cheese, maximum cheese, double cheese all day. So don't come at me with that lame title option. Now, speaking of the name of the movie, it's called Batman and Robin. Let's take a look. You see, Batman and Robin. There's Batman. Who's that? That's not Robin. Oh, that's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now I get it. Arnie sells tickets, but again, why call it Batman and Robin? All right, that's just me nitpicking. It's not that big a deal. Let's get into the actual movie. Now, right off the bat, no pun intended, but I'll take it. You know where this movie is going. The opening scene is several shots of Batman and Robin suiting up, which I suppose makes sense. Oh, wait. What is, okay. Huh. Well, this is a kid's movie, right?
Don't wait up, Val. I'll cancel the pizza.
Okay. I'm confused. Despite the weirdly out of place kinkiness, this is a kid's movie, as evidenced by the fact that every set piece looks like a Nickelodeon game show. There's neon everywhere, and all the villains look like cartoon characters. Look, if I was 8 years old and hopped up on an ungodly amount of Kool-Aid, this movie would be fire. It's weird because I like all the actors in this movie, but boy, they do not work in these roles. First up, George Clooney is playing George Clooney. You know, each Batman that we've gotten to date has been either more of a Batman or more of a Bruce Wayne type, so I don't fault him for leaning towards one vibe or the other, but he is neither. He didn't get either aspect of his character right, and he's George Clooney. He's a great actor, so what happened? Also, I swear to God, if he doesn't stop wobbling his head when he talks, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Doctor, what can I do for you?
Oh, I'm Batman.
Hi, Freeze. I'm Batman.
Chris O'Donnell is fine, I guess. I mean, they made him way more annoying in this movie, but overall, he's decent as his character. And we know Arnold Schwarzenegger is not a good actor, so I'm not really gonna hold him up to that standard. His character, Mr. Freeze, is just a joke, just a nonstop fountain of terrible ice puns. Then you have Uma Thurman, who is just way over the top, just again showing that Joel Schumacher does not know how to write female characters in comic book movies. Adding to that, you have Alicia Silverstone joining the group, and she feels like she's only there to sell an extra action figure, and I guess to move some of the more minor plot points along. And there are a lot of different plots in this movie. Also, her character is from England. She goes to school in a college in England, is the child of English parents and the niece of the very English Alfred, but she has no English accent. Cool. Anyway, look, I can go on all day here. There are so many things wrong with this movie. This movie is far and away the worst Batman movie we have ever seen. It's not even guilty pleasure material. It's just bad. It's bad, man. I'm sorry, I had to. If you're a sucker for punishment like myself, or just obsessed with completing collections on Blu-ray, you may want to pick it up, but that is it. If neither of those apply to you, run. Just run. All right, before we get into the 4K disc and the special features, if you are enjoying the video for whatever reason, please click that little like button. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you'd like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing. We are making a big push for 200 subscribers by the end of March, and I would love it if you joined in. Okay, first up, the picture and audio quality. Despite this being far and away the worst of the 80s and 90s Batman movies, it's actually, in my opinion, the best looking. As with the other 3 movies in this most recent 4K release, this comes equipped with 4K HDR image and Dolby Atmos sound, and as such, it looks fantastic. This is most certainly the best way to watch this movie, if you have to watch it. Now, as far as the special features are concerned, just like all the other movies in the bundle, this disc is packed. Of course, you get what I consider the bare minimum, a director commentary, and maybe surprisingly, this might be my favorite commentary track of all 4 movies. You can tell that Joel Schumacher is very aware of the reasons why people hate this movie. And as I mentioned before, I do actually like him. He really comes across like a genuine, honest guy. In the commentary track, he goes over why he made some of the choices he made. And even though I hate the movie, it's cool to hear his perspective. You get another Shadows of the Bat portion on this disc. In its entirety, this is an over 2.5 hour long documentary that they split up across all 4 movies, and this is the conclusion. So it's pretty sweet. You get another Beyond Batman, which is another 5 segments, just like we got on the other movies. It goes over production design, vehicles, costumes, makeup, and the visual effects. Then you've got another The Heroes and the Villains feature, which is a few minutes going over each of the different characters in this movie. There is 1 deleted scene about Alfred. You get a theatrical trailer and 3, count them, 3 music videos. Huzzah! Just what we all wanted, because the internet doesn't exist. And that's it. That is everything you get on the disc. Thank God. We are done. We did it. We got through a review for the worst Batman movie ever. I feel accomplished and dirty. Do yourself a favor and never watch this movie. If you have, though, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. And if you want to see the rest of my Batman reviews leading up to the release of The Batman, which comes out this week, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I also have a complete playlist right over here with all of my Blu-ray reviews if you want to check those out and maybe get some recommendations. Thanks so much for hanging out today, and I will see you in the next video. Next up, the Nolanverse. Be good.